Hey, so this is Jerry, and today we're going to talk about hoses. Water is a critical piece of your camping, especially in the RV. And so for coming up on our third year here, I finally decided to change out the hoses, and I'll tell you why. We like to store a hose in this bucket. It lets it air out. It doesn't get water all over. I used to store it in a container, and it was just always messy. Water would always get in there. Some people say to put both ends together, but then you always got water in there. Always kind of bothered me. I'm not so much worried about the drinkable hose, although we buy the potable hoses, or the safe drinking hoses. We start our filter at the hookup, so everything from the water source into the trailer has been filtered once. So that's not really my concern. My concern is the storage and the nastiness. I just opened up my compartment literally seconds ago, and this is from the last trip. Let's see if this works without me getting wet. And that's why we don't keep it in a container. This is your standard Camco hose, which they say doesn't kink. I have yet to get one of these not to kink, and I can't get it rolled up in the bucket or in the bin or anything. So enter the new hose. So I just went to Camping World and got the 0G, and it is drinking water safe, and I bought the 50-footer. These come highly recommended from everybody online, and so we thought we'd go ahead and give this a shot, namely because they say that it stores really easy. I got the dogs running all over the place. It stores really easy, it doesn't kink, and so we're going to give that a shot, get rid of our white bulky hose. That one, the old one's only 25 feet. And so we got to one campsite a while back, and it wasn't long enough. So unfortunately, there is no uniform water connection at the source distance from your RV. And so we ended up having to run into the nearest town and getting it. So this is a 50-foot zero G hose, and I just took it out of the box. I mean, you just watched me. My first impression is I like it already. It's lightweight. It's got good metal connectors there, and a nice little plastic. Yeah, it looks really nice. So anyway, we're gonna give that a shot. I'm gonna let this bucket dry out before I put this back in there. But so far, if there's no water in it, it's looking like I'm gonna be able to just do this. Nice and neat though. But my point in doing this is that I could easily store this wherever I want, and I'm sure that I'll be able to store it neatly in the bucket. So I'm gonna let the bucket dry it out, and we'll get that stored in there and see how that works. Again, it's drink water safe. It's manufactured to FDA sanctioned materials, and it's lead safe. Not that I'm too concerned about lead nowadays. Not only that, but it's for RV and marine use, and it is absolutely designed for this application. I'm curious, it says it's puncture resistant, so we'll see. Not that when we're at campgrounds, we don't end up in a whole lot of areas that are too nasty. We haven't tried boondocking yet. And a 5-year warranty, so we'll check that out. We'll check in a bit. So at the water connection, I've got my regulator on there. I like it because it's not so rigid. Yeah, usually you get a lot of pull coming down, and I'll be able to just pull that up underneath, because usually what I do with the excess is I try to keep it in the bucket. All right, so rolls up really nice, fits in the bucket. And what I typically do is I put my filter down the middle, my freshwater filler, and my regulator, and then I always carry a splitter, and right in the storage compartment it goes. So that is going to be a fine addition. That's going to be a fine addition to the trailer, I think. We'll let you know the first time we use it. So that's some pretty hot hose talk there. You know, it's something that's very simple yet super important to, you know, your RV experience. You know, if you watched the last video of our outing at Detroit Lake where I hit the water, you'll know that you know, it makes a big difference, and luckily it wasn't a hose issue then. But you know what we've come to learn is it's a lot of trial and error, and coming into our third year now, luckily, you know, we use that one hose and it's fine. And I guess I'm just looking for ways that we can make it a little easier, make it simple, more convenient for me, because I have to roll up all that stuff out there. And I'm also looking for something that's, you know, nice and neat, something that stores well, something that's going to get water into the trailer, and something that's going to last a while. I mean, the other one lasted 2 years. We did start noticing that the hose was getting a little mushy, so the walls might be breaking down or something. I don't know. I'm not a hose expert. All I know is that we like to have running water in the trailer. So we're going to give the 0G hose a shot. It comes highly rated. I couldn't pass it up. I was down at Camping World, and they were on sale. So the 50-footers were on sale for like $30. So I couldn't pass it up. The 25-foot hoses were, I think, like $19.99 or 20 something bucks. So I opted with the 50-foot that way, because essentially in that bucket they don't take up any more space, and I can always roll what I'm not using. I'm not worried about hose being out all over the place, especially the way that this 0G hose kind of is. You know, I want to see it with water flowing through it, because I'm sure it'll get rigid. But at first glance, out of the box, I really like it a lot, and I think it's going to be a good piece of our setup gear. So anyway, tell me what you think. What hose do you use? You know, like I said, we've been using that white standard Camco no kink hose for going on 3 years now. Come February, it would be 3 years. We're changing it out. So, you know, let me know what you think, and put them in the comments, or here at the blog, put them in the comments. And with that, happy life starts with a happy place, and we found ours. So thanks for watching.